Hello, my name is Jamal Malik, and in this video, we'll provide a quick overview around the business strategy for Disney. Now, Disney is most notably known for their resorts, their theme parks, and iconic characters like Mickey Mouse. Interestingly, they've also been in the news because of beef that they have with Governor DeSantis in the state of Florida. Let's look over their goals, their investments, the outcomes they're trying to achieve, the changes that you're trying to make to achieve those outcomes, and some of their projects to get a better understanding about the business all up and try to get to the bottom of why the issues that they found with Governor DeSantis is coming to light. So first and foremost, the mission of Walt Disney is to entertain, inform, and inspire people around the globe through the power of unparalleled storytelling, reflecting the iconic brands, creative minds, and innovative technologies that make Disney one of the world's most premier entertainment companies. The organization is actually broken up into two subsidiaries, and they go by DMED, or Disney Media Entertainment and Distribution, and Disney Parks and Experience and Products, or DPEP. Last year, they brought in about $83.7 billion of revenue. Now, interestingly, $55 billion of that 3.7 billion came from their media and entertainment business, while only $28 billion came from their parks, experiences, and products. Their entertainment distribution division has grown significantly in the last 5 years. And although during the pandemic, the experience and products divisions saw a significant decrease in revenue, it did bounce back last year around 72% back to $28 billion. From a gross margin perspective, they were in the red last year. However, this year, they're now positive, net positive again. They've seen operating margins and profits as high as 20% in the years of 2017, 18, and even 19 leading up to the pandemic. We'll share where their current investments are going and why they only still have or reporting a fairly low profit for last year. They also talk a lot about the role they play around corporate and social and responsibility, and we'll talk about specifically what those mean here in just a second. So one of the things that they're really focusing on in the recent years is that the majority of the company's capital spend has been at their parks and experiences business, which is principally theme parks and resort expansion, building new attractions, buying and purchasing cruise ships, capital improvements, and systems infrastructure. Some of the various investment plans discussed in their annual report are based around expanding and continuing to grow the number of resorts and the attraction to those destinations. Talking about corporate social responsibility, they have made a very intentional focus in the last year around diversity, equity, and inclusion, as well as environmental stewardship and conservation, giving back to their communities, and also focus on supporting children, families, and also their own employees around human capital. If you look at the overall focus for Disney right now, they do want to make Disney a great place to work. Now, on the content and distribution side, they are making significant investments in not only purchasing IP, but also creating new content as well. Other organizations they compete with, like Netflix and Amazon, are also now spending millions of dollars on creating content that they can then put on their direct-to-consumer channels like Disney Plus. Okay. We also see quite a bit of investments made in purchasing other affiliate companies like A&E, Hulu, ESPN, Lifetime, and looking to expand their Disney Plus offerings through bringing more content into the online space, like ESPN Plus, Hulu, Star Plus, and things of that nature. Disney sees that the future of their business is squarely set on their ability to create and develop brands, content, and characters that really reaches audiences across all demographics and ages, truly making the value of the company squarely based on their IP. To date, Disney owns a massive collection of IP that ranges from their purchase of Marvel a few years ago to Star Wars, and then obviously their more traditional content that they've always played a role in. Now, in addition to obviously improving the profits and growing revenue, retaining talent has become a huge focus of the business. And they're going at great strides to do everything they can to improving the quality of life and care for their employees. They also talk quite a bit around DE&I, or diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Their biggest initiative is something called the company's Reimagine Tomorrow effort, which builds on Disney's longstanding commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and features a website where Disney's first large-scale platform for amplifying underrepresented voices. As you can see, they want to make sure that they're seen within the corporate space as an organization that's always focused on providing a safe place to work, operate, and also seen as an organization that's pushing forward towards the equal rights of all people all over the world. To support some of these objectives, the company's human resource programs are designed to focus on developing and shaping talent into certain leadership roles. And some of their key programs around D&I also are focused around providing tuition, education, and more development programs for their employees. They pay 100% of the tuition costs upfront for participating employees provided through universities, and they reimburse employees for books and fees and things of that nature as well. They provide online trainer instructions for all kinds of different roles, and even executive talent and leadership programs. In the last year or so, as I mentioned, they have made this very conscious shift to take the 220,000 people that they employed, approximately 166,000 of which were employed in the US, and make all the reasons to building and staying at the company kind of forefront. So it's no surprise that when the CEO went to Governor DeSantis, or actually didn't go to Governor DeSantis, but during the shareholder meetings, expressed that they were unhappy with the law that was being passed in Florida around the parental right to education. Their CEO basically said that, or their CEO, Bob Chapek, basically said that they feel that the law that was passed last year, it will unfairly target gay, lesbian, and non-binary and transgender kids and families. So this is some insight into why the organization is so passionate about speaking out against legislation they feel wrongly targets smaller groups and underrepresented voices. This has been a quick overview of the Disney business strategy. Thank you.